Well, that's as far as we're going this way, and apparently it's as far as the colonist was going, so we came in from that way, and that is just a big square we walked through. Could have been a back pasture, or there's a home site somewhere amongst all this. Well, hey everybody, welcome to another explorative, not Thursday in New Hampshire. Today, we're going straight hiking. We're going looking for lost old colonial home sites in this massive piece of town property. Recently, you've seen some great metal detecting days here. Well, out here is where some of those sites are. But the problem is, you see this shifted stuff right here? A lot of this has been done in the last 50 years. I mean, it's even hard to see, but this is all pushed back. So finding those sites before, I had walked in from the other side. Now, this is thousands of acres. It would probably take me an hour and a half straight going across. Well, last time I parked on the other side. This time I found this parking on this side. So what I want to do is connect both sides, which is something I normally like to do, and see what we see along the way. For that much land, and to have only found 2 sites so far, there's more out there. And the way it's been happening out here is you're walking along and it's a nice trail that's been, you know, newly made, and then you go, whoa, you walk into an area. We won't say this, for instance, but you'll see old signs. You'll see bits and pieces of wall, and you'll see ground that's not been shifted. But again, see this? Yeah. That's what we got to work around. Wow. Let's go in and check it out. See, anytime you see stuff like that, you gotta go look, because it could be the lip where a house sat. This isn't the case, but there's just so much land. I mean, the wall is definitely a good sign. The hopes is for a piece of cart path. This chunk hasn't been destroyed like the rest of it, so that's why we're in here. Surprised to see a wall this soon, actually. Jeez. Well, my guess is by looking over there, the wall, that this is the closed inside. Because that's just brutal. Huh. Yep, so cross wall going this way. It's cornered off, keeps going that way. So definitely we're on the right side. And you know, as the logic always goes, when you have this much land, and the colonists generally, back in those days, were on either 50 or 100 acre lots. I'll do the math and the division. We've only found 2 sites out here. No roads, just barely bits and pieces of cart path, and it's all terrible land. So it's completely possible for there to be more. All right, keep heading forward. Well, I have made it halfway across and to the point where we're in the area of our two home sites. I'll show you guys something fascinating, but just like, whoa. And this is the only thing that put it together. I don't know if you guys can tell. Try to point out. But it's a cart path. Here's one shoulder. Divot the other shoulder. And we had walked by it on previous trips, but spotted it recently. That goes up to one home site. And again, they were settling out in this stuff now. I just walked forever. And the walls did not let up. They're just going in every direction, up, over, under. But let me show you how easily these things can just not be seen. So, texture, up, down, trees. It's right there. And we only spotted it because we came in from that direction. We looped around, actually. 6 feet of stacked rock, caved in hole, big natural boulder that, you know, the guy had to leave there to set the house right here. So as you can see with what I'm hiking through today, cellar holes like this from the mid 1700s can be anywhere, and we've already walked through probably 6 massive squares, you know, walled off on all 4 sides. And there's just got to be more than 2 people out here. It's way too much land. So what I want to see is, does the cart path continue on to the south? Because it goes right up to the other guy's place. Woof. See, this is what happens. You find a little stitch of cart path, and then you lose it. Old stumps, they've logged, so things get crushed and disappear. There is a wall back there, though. So the question, is that a proper break? Or is it a blow through from logging? It looks quite road-like to me. You know, cart path. And the walls do go out in this direction. Well, so we're out here for. Let's see where it goes. Wow, this comes down to a nice spot. All right, this reminds me of the Robert Rogers home site we did. Same feel, right down to the meadow. We're well far enough away from that by many, many towns, but boy, it has the same feel. Well, that's as far as we're going this way, and apparently it's as far as the colonist was going, so we came in from that way, and that is just a big square we walked through. Could have been a back pasture, or there's a home site somewhere amongst all this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to head back to, again, the middle of those two sites and then start working my way back, zigzagging, because obviously with that brook and meadow, it wraps around this side, bent over there. That is my main objective. And everyone keep in mind as you're watching this, in particular if you live in New England, 200 years ago, this was all wide open. There were pastures, there were probably small fields because it's not good land. And you probably would have been able to stand out here in the wide open and say, oh, there's Jacob's house. There's Ebenezer's house. You know? You probably would have been able to see them out on the little peaks. So it's remarkable. It's time travel. It's like trying to find the Titanic underwater. But it's possible, right? Well, it's a while later. That's the good side, no doubt. I just went in on that side for quite a ways. Holy mackerel, it's bad. Nothing has happened out there except for grow, cut, grow, wash away. Whew. So no doubt, the side where we've been going in, all them walls, or I should just say, on that side of the wall, not this side. That's where it happened. Talk about dry. What's in here is not even moving, and it should be. Kind of gives you an inside look of what's under the topsoil. All along the embankment, you can see the stone just falling in. Crazy. Well, that's it for this explorative day. We didn't find any other sites, but I got to connect the two sides. I can see the cellar hole, that home site I showed you. His walls come all the way down to here, so I know that he occupied the space from the middle down to this brook. But there should be more out there. It just takes more trips like this. I don't film them all, but sometimes I like to take you guys with me. Good day for a hike. Alright, get out and do the same. See you next time. Until then, enjoy. You're Not Thursday.